Hi there, it's me again. I was thinking maybe I'd show you how to create a stem and leaf plot, and also the similarities that it has with a histogram. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, what I have here for you in the way of data is the measurements of some young women's biceps. These, I think there's 40 some of them, 46. They're measured in centimeters. So I want to take this data and create a stem and leaf plot. So I need to get a handle on exactly what I'm looking at. So the first thing that I'm going to do is have Google sort the data. So I just clicked on column A, and if I go to data, sort the sheet by column A, sort the range by column A, sort the range. I just want to sort this range. There's no header row, just to go from A to Z, which is the same as going from the smallest data measurement that we have to the biggest. So the smallest is 23, the biggest is 34. So it seems reasonable to me to use the whole part of each of the measurements as the stems. Google can see what I'm doing here, and so it'll keep going. And the biggest one we have is 34. So our stems need to go from 23 to 34. That's a lot of stems. Usually you're shooting more for like 5 or 6. But we'll leave it like that for the time being. Okay, and then this part's kind of tedious, but now what we'll do is go through and enter the numbers that come after the decimal point. However, if we just try to put them in like this, Google thinks that we're trying to put in a date. So we're going to tell it for all of these cells, we want to format the numbers as text. I think that'll do it. So now if I enter 2 space 5, it'll leave it like that. So you go do what you want to do, and I'll enter this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got all my data sorted and assembled into the stems and the leaves. Let's just take the stems and let's put a border. Where's the border thingy? Here it is. A border over on the right side. And so there's our stem and leaf plot. What's kind of cool about this is that if you turn your head 90 degrees to the right, this looks kind of like a histogram. And you'll see that if we make a histogram of this data, that it looks a lot like a 90-degree transformation of the stem and leaf plot. So to make a histogram, we just select all the data, and we go to Insert Chart. Google says, what do you want? Histogram? We say, yeah. In order to be able to compare it to the stem and leaf plot, I want each of these bars to represent 1 centimeter. So I'm going to customize this a little bit. I'll leave the title because I don't really care about that right now. The bucket size, that's each of these bars is counting the number of items that are in that bucket. So we want the bucket size to be 1 centimeter. And you'll see once we do that, the histogram changes to look like this. I think that's the only change that we need to make. And here's our stem and leaf plot. Okay, so I beefed up the data a bit, and so what I'm going to do now is take a picture of it, about like this. Take a picture, and then in the editor, I think I can rotate it. Yeah, there we go. And here we go. I could get this thing to move up some. There we go. So can you see the bars that are over here that look just like the bars that are over here? So in this way, a stem and leaf plot is sort of a paper and pencil, I guess you could say, kind of way of starting to get an idea of what the distribution looks like. And what can we say about the distribution? Well, it looks to be skewed a little bit to the right. Most women, I think, have bicep measurements that are right in here somewhere, but there is a good amount of variation. And so, yeah, that's how we make a stem and leaf plot and compare it to the corresponding histogram.